At the beginning of the year, I made a bunch of predictions about how the season in F1 would go, and I've been checking in every so often to see how well I'm doing. It was only June when we last looked at these, but we had 5 whole races and the opening swing of the silly season since then, so it's well worth having a look at these before another week goes by and everything turns upside down again. So, I predicted this would be Kimi's last year in F1, and we really made very little headway on this. There's a real will they won't they game with Kimi being a regular podium visitor but not really much of a lead challenger, but very happy to play wingman to Vettel in basically every situation. This kind of makes him perfect for Ferrari, so why not keep him on even though he's just going through the motions these days. They are very fast, impressive motions, don't get me wrong, but he's no eye of the tiger. Not really a thrill of the fight. On the other hand, we have Charles Leclerc, who's done nothing but impress all season long, barring Germany, racking up points for Sauber and showing himself aggressive and consistent, barring Germany. Would it be the wrong time to catapult him to the best team on the grid? Well, that's the big question. Let's take these next two together. 4 different teams winning a race and 1 new race-winning driver, and these kind of go hand in hand, don't they? In retrospect, I shouldn't have made them 2 predictions as they are inexorably tied together. Nevertheless, it's not going to happen, is it? The gap between the top 3 and the rest of the pack is phenomenally big. Sure, the 7 teams in the midfield are all bunched up like never before, which makes, for positions 7 to 10 every race, very exciting, but the odds are stacked against either of these predictions happening. Honda, good, but unreliable. And you know what? I'm going to give myself this one. We're 12 races in, and Honda have given Toro Rosso pretty decent engine, just below Renault in most people's opinions, but Gasly and Hartley have taken about twice as many engine parts as they're allowed for the whole year, and way more than anyone else on the grid, so yeah, reliability still an issue there. And speaking of engine penalties, I said 15 cars would go over their engine allocation, 5 cars have gone over already, and another 12 cars have already used a maximum amount of components at least once. I think this is looking good, but we don't know how they've managed their year-long engine strategy, so we're not sure how that will play out just yet. And I'm going to prematurely call this next one too, super hards, used exactly once. Nope, we're never seeing that tyre, are we? I mean, it wasn't supposed to be used, it was just a backup tyre, but the tyres are generally too hard all round, so they're not reaching for that super hard anytime soon. Failing this one. Now I said 2021 power units would include an MGUH. Nothing's finalised on this front, but after months of it seeming like the MGUH would be scrapped, it's suddenly looking back on the table as teams are now looking like they favour very minimal changes to the power units in the interest of cost saving. So, stay tuned, this one could be back on. Valtteri Bottas is 4th at the moment, and my goodness is he trying to help me out with this one. He's been as low as 6th when he should be at least a solid 3rd or maybe even challenging for 2nd. He's chased a win down, lost wins in the last few laps, had a puncture while leading, had the car fail on him, driven into people, been driven into, and pretty much everything you can think of that's kept him away from a number of potential victories and podiums. So he's 4th, but I don't think he'll stay 4th. But then again, the fates are not smiling on old Bottas at the moment, are they? Right, so Red Bull have signed Honda. Seems like old news, but I last looked at this bingo board just before that was confirmed, so that's a tick. And Ricciardo has moved to Renault, leaving a big old seat for Alonso? Yeah, probably not. But suddenly this square has become a possibility, hilariously. So watch that get proven wrong almost immediately as Red Bull promote from within. But Alonso, you know? Who wouldn't want Alonso? And speaking of Alonso, he won Le Mans. That's another tick. I mean, he might not even be in F1 next year, let alone Red Bull. I think he misses winning things, to be honest. Now, will Vettel score twice Kimi's points? Well, that's looking less likely now, as Kimi's been super consistent. Vettel is currently at less than 1.5 times Kimi's points, so we'll see how it all shakes out once the engine penalties start to become a major factor in the second half of the season. Now, I predicted someone would be so naughty that they'd go over their 12 allowed penalty points, but actually the highest offenders are Ericsson and Grosjean, which is quite funny as they classically did not crash into each other at Baku, with 7 each. So they've got until October to get 5 more, and it seems unlikely, but they're both a bit frustrated with a point to prove after the summer break, so who knows what mischief they could get up to in the next couple of months. Right, let's be honest, Williams aren't going to finish 7th, are they? They're not even going to finish 9th, and that's sad. But Red Bull? I mean, no, they're not going to finish 2nd. But then I keep remembering 2013 when Vettel was having a decent but not incredible season, and then he won 9 races after the summer break, so let's leave this one open. So now if we look at the board, the ones we've already ticked off and the ones we've rejected, then let's look at the ones we haven't yet rejected but seem unlikely. So if we do want to get a line and get bingo, we might be able to get one down the left hand side here, or right across the middle. It could happen. It could, shut up. I'll see you next time, probably in October, to do another check-in.